Horan's debut album, Flicker, was released in October of 2017, and finally it did. I kid you not when I say that his first single, which was on this album, actually has been around since September of 2016. So yeah, I've been waiting for this album for a long time. Was it worth it? We're just about to find that out. So it's Niall's turn to take a stab at a song about a girl who plays with guys' hearts based on his experiences. And he fell for her twice, so he's not like the other guys who either fell for her once or fell for her more than 2 times. Okay, sarcasm aside, this song sets an interesting mood for the album. For something about a player, this song is pretty mellow. I believe that was done for 2 reasons. One, this is more of a lesson to the guy's song, so Niall is portraying this song as nice even though this girl is not, which is a nice play on the message. The second is that the instrumental is telling us that this is the style that Niall is mostly going to be using as his music style, which is way different from Harry or Zayn's. For good reasons that probably don't need an explanation. Oh my god, this song is so bittersweet I could die! Yeah, it's one of those moving on is hard songs that we've heard a lot of times before. But with the acoustic guitar, I feel that this song is more personal than a couple of songs of its kind. When Niall is talking about the town of the song, he's really referring to fame as being a town overall, and technically speaking, he's not wrong. Though his career requires him to move, it's being stuck in a world of celebrity life that does make moving on from relationships harder because just about anything can remind them of their relationship. Yes, the song is still relatable because at least Niall's not dropping in things that only famous people would know about. He's making connections with the world of the normal because, if anything, Niall is probably one of the more normal boy band stars who's moved on from the boy band. Niall Horan pairs up with one of my favorite country stars in a song about love. Nuff said. So we finally get to the sex song that made the Billboard charts because every boy band needs a sex song in order to say, hey, I ain't the cutesy one you once knew me. I can fuck too, you know. Is the song bad? Far from that. In fact, it's actually a more decent sex song than anything else I've heard in my entire life. Now, before I decided to listen to this entire album on my own, I feel like I listened to this song before, but I can't remember from where. It's beautifully bittersweet, though. This is about the point of the album when I realized what the title of the album means. Flicker is used as a metaphor for Niall watching these moments pass by in front of him. Though these concepts have been done before, Niall makes every song have a memorable instrumental that takes people back to the times when they felt how Niall is feeling in each song. Too Much to Ask is one of those songs that does that perfectly. His lyrics are relatable and his vocals are absolutely beautiful. Another bittersweet song, but this time it discusses the topic of having a love that seems more forced because they wanted to know what being in love was like instead of waiting to find the people they are most connected with. Now, like I've said before, don't tell me that you never did this before. If you haven't, well, I guess I'll give you kudos. And the metaphors really work. Niall compares this type of relationship to a stack of cards or a house made out of paper. It just won't work. Thank you, Niall, for not pulling off a Shawn Mendes. I highly appreciate that. Literally, that's all the notes I got on this song. And now, onto the title song. No wonder why it's called that, besides the lyrics, really. The instrumental sounds like it's flickering. Also, is it sad that I'm already in tears at this point in the album? Oh, Niall, I will make sure to come to you for anything from now on. That's the song. It's Niall saying that his girlfriend doesn't have to hide any bad emotion from him because he'll do anything to make sure that they confront all the bad things going on, no matter how hard it gets. Anyone starting to think that Niall Horan is the perfect boyfriend? Because I am! Wow, how many songs do you hear about boys who are actually trying to grow up for the girls they care about? Not many. Well, it's more of Niall singing from the perspective of a boy who is more of a go-with-the-flow type of guy. but he's not a person who's done bad things per se. It's more that he wants to focus on himself before he can learn to love someone else. Well, at least he's not being an asshole about it. Is it sad to say that this song sounds more Irish than anything else Niall has produced on this album? Maybe it's because it sounds the most realistic. In comparison to the other songs we have seen so far, this is a song that actually has Niall singing about that it's okay to be alone and not in a relationship for a time. I mean, it's okay to not go into the drama of what relationships cause. In fact, it's more that he's waiting for someone to come along or not. It's not like it's a bad choice to make. There are many people who don't want to be in relationships either now or never. And that's alright according to Niall, and he has a point. It's been a while since we had a song like She Will Be Loved or A-Team. In fact, this is the only song Niall is singing from a girl's perspective. This is one of those songs about a broken girl, whether she's down on her luck or she's physically worn herself out and she just needs a break. Now, if you've never felt like this at some point in your life, you must have lived a very happy life, and I'm not trying to sound sarcastic when I say that. And this song is called Mirrors because the only person who seems to hear this girl is herself because she can't seem to reach out for help or no one seems to understand. I love this song, by the way. Actually, I love every song on this album so far, even the last. The Tide is kinda like Fire Away, the sequel, but I feel this is more for family and friends other than people who are in romantic relationships. This song is a fantastic addition to the deluxe album, and I couldn't have it any other way. With what I have observed, I would rate this album a 10 out of 10. I tried finding a song on purpose that was subpar in comparison to the other songs, but I couldn't. Niall's album is just incredible. This is an excellent debut for Niall, and I want it to stay that way. Well, that's it for this review. If you liked it, please give it a like and enjoy some more of my fun content. I'm Cher, and it's been real. Ciao!